Welcome back. I hope you've enjoyed video 1 and that all those activities in your playbook have got your thinking process off to a great start. This video 2 is all about your roots as a facilitator. That means your purpose, values, DNA, learned preferences and well-being. We're going to start with purpose, which is also known as your why. You might have seen Simon Sinek's famous TED-Talk video, How Great Leaders Inspire Action. Simon shows why it's really important to work out why we do what we do before we decide what we're going to do and how we're going to do it. Now, I know that purpose can feel like it's a really big and important thing, and it is, but it doesn't always have to be. Purpose works on the macro level, for example. What is the purpose of life overall? It also works on the micro level. For example, what's my purpose in the context of this specific project, or on this particular day, on this particular meeting? What we're talking about here in the context of this video masterclass is your purpose when it comes to facilitation as your profession or as a part of your wider role. And although, as I've said, purpose can feel like a grand concept, it can evolve and change as you grow, like everything else you've been working on in this masterclass. So never think that when you're writing down your purpose that that's it. Know that you can change and evolve it as you change and evolve, and that's absolutely very normal, healthy and fine. In your playbook, there is a step-by-step process for you to think about your purpose as a facilitator and the sort of facilitator you want to be. The first step is to identify what you care deeply about. Some people say you should find out what you're passionate about, but my view is that passion is a strong but often short-lived emotion that can burn itself out or become wearing. Caring deeply is more sustainable in the long term and perhaps more meaningful. Write down what you care deeply about, something that has a real sense of meaning. You could draw inspiration from what you've done in the past and the things you're most proud of. They don't have to be big things as long as they are important to you. The second step is to identify the people who you serve or want to serve. We feel that we've purpose when we're doing things in service of other people. They could be customers, delegates, community members, or supporting bigger societal issues and agendas. When you think about what is meaningful to you, think about who you're working to help and be really specific about that. The third step is to think about the impact that you have made and the impact that you want to make in the future. Write down your thoughts on the impact that you want to have on the lives of the people you want to serve. How do they benefit from all the work that you do? How are you improving things for people? Step 4 is to bring everything together into a simple purpose statement. Don't just think about what you're doing now. I want you to think about how you want to develop and grow beyond where you are now into the impact that you want to have in the future. Your purpose statement will be constructed like this. I am here to, and then insert the impact that you want to make. In order to serve, insert the people that you want to serve. It's really as simple as that. Remember, don't overthink it. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's more important to make a start. Your brain will be working on it and evolving it even without you noticing. You can shape and finesse it over time. The important thing is that you've something that feels like you're going in the right direction. If you work with colleagues as a facilitation team, this is a really nice activity to do together too. The next phase of exploring the roots of your facilitation style is to be really clear on your values. These are your fundamental beliefs, what you stand for. Values are important for all of us, whatever we do, whether we facilitate or not, because knowing and being consistent with our values can guide us and help us spend time in the right areas. It's powerful to align who you are with what you do and how you do it, and spend time on work that has real meaning. I've included some sample values in your playbook, and what I'd like you to do is to pick out the ones that resonate with you the most. Add in any that you think are missing. Mine are just suggestions. When you've highlighted all the values that you think are relevant for you, the next step then is to distill them down to the top 5 and create your own definition for what each value means to you. Distilling is important. We can't really remember more than 5, and having fewer than 5 often doesn't represent the breadth of things that are important to us. I've provided an example here of my values and the sentence or two that describes each one. Mine are customer-centric and written as we. I usually am in the business working alone, but often will bring in associates. I want to make sure that anyone who works alongside me shares those values. How you choose to do it is up to you, of course. So the first one here is creative. We think differently to innovate, find solutions, and create entrepreneurial opportunities for you and your business. Whilst we work super hard for you, our customer, we do our best to make the experience fun and enjoyable too. I'm not going to go through the rest of them, you can see what they are, and I've also included them in your playbook for you. I hope they help. Another important part of your roots are your preferences. Your preferences might be things that you're born with, in your DNA and part of your genetic inheritance, or learned behaviours and preferences. There are all sorts of tools available to help you develop your self-knowledge, and I'm sure you've used some of them to learn about yourself and identify what your preferences are. A few examples are MBTI, DISC, Foresight, amongst many others. If you haven't had the opportunity to use many or any of these tools, or if you've not used tools such as these for a while, I recommend that you look at a book called StrengthsFinder. It's based on Gallup research and is very affordable. You can get it from an Amazon or other bookseller for about £15 or $20. When you buy the book, it gives you a code in the back which you use to go on their website where you can complete your own strengths profile and get a really comprehensive PDF based on your responses that identifies your top 5 strengths with some descriptions and some ways in which you can use your strengths. A big part of defining and developing your authentic signature style starts with having clarity on your strengths and on how you want to use them. Think about how you demonstrate your strengths at work, how you communicate them, and how you are looking for opportunities to use them. The final pillar of this video is, of course, well-being. There are 8 dimensions of well-being. Each of them is shown here: work, social, physical, emotional, spiritual, financial, environmental, and intellectual. Look at those in the round and think about how well balanced and integrated your life is versus what you'd like it to be. Are there any steps that you could be taking to strengthen any of these areas of well-being? Facilitating from the inside out, bringing our whole best selves to work, means that well-being is an essential part of the mix. I know it's probably the area I find most challenging. I get so into my work I sometimes forget to make the time for enough self-care, and that's something I'm looking to put right in 2020. Thank you for joining me for this video. I'll now let you get on with the activities in your playbook, and as always, if you need any help or if you have any questions, email me at jo@ideatime.co.uk and I'll be more than happy to help you. I'd also love to hear how you get on with this work, so send anything over you want to. It's all in complete confidence, and the more I can help you, the happier I am. See you soon.